Hello my dudes, and welcome back to my little corner of the internet. If you're new here, I'm Evan, and I knit things, and I read books, and do other crafts. And if you're a regular, welcome back. I'm so glad you're all here. Today I have for you podcast episode number 16 of my 2026 podcast series, and today for me is Thursday, July 9th. So I have two-ish finished objects, and then we've got 3 whips to talk about, and then we can talk about Tour de Fleece and how that's going, and then some book chat. So let's jump right in. Finished objects. Now, yes, you did see this last week, but you didn't see it blocked and you didn't see its buttons. So here's a little spin. It turned out absolutely perfect. I happen to have these buttons that I picked up from Wawak when I just ordered a bunch of buttons that I thought I might need for something at some point because they were having a sale, and they're perfect and I love them. But it is again a million degrees, so I'm not going to continue wearing this. Anyway, this is the Field Day Jacket by Ozetta. Yarns used are a DK weight from Long Dog Yarn in the colorway Gandalf Whoopsies. And then I held that with a fingering weight advent calendar from I don't know where to make a worsted weight. And the only modifications I made to this were that I did afterthought buttonholes. I think I made the sleeves a little bit shorter and the body I think I made the body a little bit shorter as well. And obviously I used a DK and a fingering held together instead of a worsted. But the afterthought buttonholes were really easy. Like, you just, like, sew it open. Not complicated. Now, is that going to work for giant buttons? No. And is it going to work on a really tight fabric? No. But this is a pretty loose fabric, particularly in the button band. And I used, I think, 3/4 inch buttons. But look at those. They're perfect. Also, I believe I made the size 5. If you're curious. It is big and oversized and perfect, and the few days that it was still a million degrees outside but my air conditioning was like really cranking, I did wear it and it's fantastic. The air conditioning makes the downstairs really cold and the upstairs like doesn't get any, no matter how many times we try to adjust where the air is going. So like, I'm filming in my upstairs, so it's hot up here, but it's a completely comfortable temperature on the first floor. It's like 74 down there, but it's like 78 up here. And that's too hot for a worsted weight sweater. But this is finally finished. Oh, and I did redo the back neck. I followed the video link in the pattern instructions on how to make this look nice. And doesn't that look so much better than it did before? Yes, yes it does. So, just follow the directions, duh. Anyway, that's that. Second finished object. Hold please, I haven't had coffee yet. Ooh, that's yummy. You know you love it when you make like the same Americano every morning, but sometimes it's better than others. Today's very good. Okay, Second finished object is Charizard. My extra floss came and I finished him. Woo! He's all finished. If you guys want to see my Pokemon wall where I hang all of these, leave a comment and I'll make sure to put it in next week. Because I will probably have finished the next one by next week. But we'll talk about that in a minute. I would like to find a different way to back these because I don't like this. It makes it stick off the wall a little too much when I'm hanging them. If you're a cross stitcher, what's your go-to for backing a hoop that you're going to hang on the wall? Well, like, it doesn't have to actually be backing, but finishing a hoop that you're going to hang on the wall so that the back is nice and flat on the wall. I mean, I could just like super trim this and then hot glue it to the inside, but like, I don't know, that seems so permanent. Like, it's not like I'm ever going to change what hoop he's in, but I don't know. I also just hate using hot glue. I hurt myself every time. I am not good at hot glue. Anyway, whips. First whip. Next cross stitch project. Oh, hold on. Let me move this to the back for you. It's Squirtle! He's very cute. I mean, this looks really weird right now, but I just started this darkest blue, which like goes under here and like in the under parts. The shadow blue. Yeah, I just started him like a day or two ago, but he's so small. Although, you know what I hate? You know what I hate? When like a person just uses a cross stitch like program to tell what colors should be in it, like from a picture, and then there ends up being like 2 or 3 colors that are only 1 square. That pisses me off so much. You could have made that a different color, and I didn't have to buy this skein of floss for 1 stitch, okay? I could have just used the other color that's really close to it, okay? That makes me so mad. It's happened twice in this pattern. One of them, I didn't open the new skein of floss. I just used the color that was closest. And you know what? You're never going to be able to tell because it's exactly the same. The other one, though, I did do the 1 stitch because I didn't realize it was only 1 stitch. I'm trying to find which stitch it is to show you. I didn't realize that there was only 1 stitch in that color. And I did it, and I'm looking around at the rest of the pattern for the 1 stitch, and I couldn't find it. Or for other stitches, and couldn't find it because there aren't any. I can't find it now. And it was a floss that was literally like 1 shade different. Like, they were very, very close anyway. So annoying. Anyway, that's cross stitch. He'll probably be finished next week. Okay. Now we gotta talk about a thing. Okay. Jaunty Shawl by Andrea Mowry is currently in a bit of timeout. Okay, so here's where I was last week when we talked. Like, I had just gotten into the decreases and I did all this and lost yarn chicken. Now, the pattern tells you to weigh your yarn before you start, which I did, and to do the math to find out what 45% would be. So then you can start decreasing at 45%, and then you have that 5% buffer for decreases. I did that. My 45% was 50 grams. Because this was over 100 grams gain that I had. And so at 54 grams, I started the decreases because I knew 4 grams wasn't going to be enough to do another set of increases. That's 12 rows, and this is thick. So I started the decreases at 54 grams. So you'd think I would finish and have extra. You're supposed to keep working until you have 9 stitches left, 3 for each I-cord and 3 in the middle, to like start the finishing process. I have 35. It's not even close. Like, I'm trying to not be too mad at the pattern because it is hand spun. Like, it's not going to be exact. Like, my second half of yarn could weigh very different than my first half. And obviously that's the case. So now I have to rip back all of this, probably to around here, in here-ish, and then restart the decreases. Like, okay, see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 increases would probably be plenty. Because, like, I know that doesn't sound right because I still need to do, let's see, if I have 35 stitches left, you decrease 2 stitches at a time. So I still have like 13 decreases left here, but this is a much smaller amount of stitches than this is. This is like 90 stitches and this is 35. So I think if we go back to here, that'll be fine. And actually, while I'm just thinking about it, I might as well just pull the needle out and, no, I'm not doing that right now. Okay, but I will mark where I'm going to do that. Okay, so that'll be the final, we'll do the, there. Okay, so, there. And that's 5 decreases. We'll just go back to my favorite stripe. Although, this section right here that like fades so gloriously is so good. I love that. Anyway, so now I was like really looking forward to having a finished object, and now I don't have that. Because I'm feeling like right now, like I have a decent number of whips. Like I actually really don't. I have I have 4 whips, but I'm only working on 2 of them. And like I really just want to finish something that's been on the needles for a while, but I like can't. Because this was so close, and now we'll be back at halfway again. So I don't know that I'll knit on this at all this week. I may just rip back and then put it in timeout for a little while and pick up something else. Now that I've finished the field day jacket and almost all of that content's out, I need to come up with a new content project. And I'm kind of wanting to crochet something. I'm feeling like crocheting rather than knitting something. But I don't know what. I need to look through what crochet things I have saved. Like I'm wanting, I recently bought a pattern for a crochet skirt, but that's not a content project. Maybe I'll make one of those like African flower animal plushies that are so cute. Like both Rachel and Leslie from Rachel is Knitting and Knit California were both making Shoop the African flower sheep a while ago. And I don't really want to make the sheep, but there's like, there's several dinosaurs. And that sounds really fun. We could do like a random crochet African flower hexagon dinosaur. That would be really fun. I have a large amount of really crappy acrylic yarn that I acquired from my father-in-law in a lot of colors. It's like the Karen Simply Soft. Like, it doesn't feel bad, but it's super plastic. And I wouldn't want it for a garment for anything, but it'd be great for something like that. And then we have a lot of colors available. Although I feel like those plushies look best when you only have a few colors. Maybe I could pick like 6 colors and we could roll for what would be what. Or maybe I don't need to do another rolling project. Not every project has to have dice. I don't know. What kind of short form content project do you guys want to see? Let me know. What would be interesting for you? Are you guys sick of rolling dice now? Let me know. If you have an opinion. Anyway, final project. This is my sample for Fiona of Fiona Kay Knits. This is the Harvest Flower Sweater by Jessie May. It's obviously knit up in Fiona Kay Knits yarn. It's DK. I believe the black is Void. I believe the pink is Hey Barbie. And I believe the purple is Crystal Ball. Well, I know the purple's Crystal Ball, but I finished the yoke and I'm almost finished with the body. I need 9 more rows until the body ribbing. But here's where we were last week. And that's where we are now. Here's a picture of the yoke, all laid out flat and beautiful. I did block the yoke, because I just feel like you need to for a circular yoke sweater. I feel like you need to block the yoke separately. It just looks the best when you do. And then when this is ready to block for finishing, then we'll just dunk from the flowers down. But it looks really good. I'm getting really bored of knitting black stockinette in the round, but whatever, it's fine. So yeah, I would love to finish this week, but I don't know. We're almost done with the body, but then I still have sleeves to do. We'll see. Since it's also Tour de Fleece. Okay, so let's talk spinning. Okay, so today for me is day 6 of Tour de Fleece. I decided to start with the Fiona Kay Knits Shaniko in the colorway Pat Benatar. And here's my first bobbin. Finished. Well, okay, so we'll just go through it. Here's day 1. then day 2, then day 3, and then day 4 it looks like this, because that's when I finished it. And then yesterday, day 5, here's what the second bobbin looks like currently. I haven't spun yet today. So that's where we are right now. I'm actually halfway done with the second bobbin. I didn't do much else besides spin yesterday. I was laser focused. So, I ended up just splitting them in half vertically and then making smaller strips of each of those and then spinning, like the colors go red, teal, blue. So I spun this one from red, teal, blue, and then the second bobbin I'm spinning blue, teal, red, and then we'll apply them. So by next week that should be done, and I should have started a second one. It'll be very exciting. And that's all of that. Oh, also I love spinning Shaniko. It's incredible. This is the most amazing fiber I have spun yet. It's my current favorite, by far. By far. Everybody's saying how nice Shaniko is to spin. Yes, you are 100% correct. I think we're going to try a merino next. And we'll see. Because that's delightful. It is delightful. It feels like butter when you're spinning it. It's so good. Okay. That just leaves books. I have read so much this week. I know I keep saying that, but then the number of books that I've read in the past week keeps going up. Like, I think 2 weeks ago I had read 6, and then last week I read 7. Well, this week I read 10. 10. I don't know. I don't know. Clearly I have been laser focused on spinning and reading. Like, my book tracker for the year is up to 110 books. Did I show you guys this? I don't think I did. Okay. This is what my mom got me for my birthday this year, and I'm obsessed with it. It's a book tracker. Look. It says books read this year, and then it's got like your little numbers. But look, it's a ghosty sitting on a swing reading a book with a cat on its head. This is like the most me thing ever in the history of the world, and I'm completely obsessed with it. It like makes my day every time I finish a book and I come and change the number. I do want a one of these that can hang off of my TBR cart that tells me how many books are on my TBR cart though as well. Or maybe I should just put like magnetic numbers on it or something. That would be fun. I should look that up. I need to look into that. Okay. Anyway, books I've read in the past week. First, I will try to remember which of these books are out and which are not. I had quite a few ARCs stack up on NetGalley that I got around to. So, The Disco at the End of the World by Nathan Tavares. 4 stars. I do believe that one's out now. It's like a retro futurism. I don't know. I finished that one last time. Okay, 9 books, not 10. Witch Hat Atelier Volume 5. Loved it. Sweet Spot by Kemper Donovan. 4.5 stars. I'm pretty sure that one's out now. It was a murder mystery. It was interesting. Girls Just Want to Have Sun by Rachel Lacey. This is a little like short story / novella type deal. I didn't like it at all. No chemistry between the two romantic characters. I finished Ring Shout by P. DeJelly Clark for the EvanKnitsThings Bookclub. It's a nice short read. I liked it a lot. I was thoroughly entertained. I gave it 4 stars. Let's see. In the Bear's House by N. Scott Momaday. I read this one for a prompt for a reading challenge that I was reading, or that I was doing, that I only have a few prompts left on that aren't going to be like picked up by just randomly reading whatever I'm reading. They're going to take, I have to find a specific book for this prompt. And that prompt, well, the reading challenge is for decolonizing your shelf. So you're reading things by marginalized authors or with marginalized characters, things like that. And this one was published between 1986 and 2006. And N. Scott Momaday is an indigenous author, and this is it's kind of poetry, and it's kind of not. I don't know how to describe it, but I liked it. Then I read The Ex-Girlfriend Murder Club and The Mortal Enemy Murder Club by Gloria Chow. Mortal Enemy Murder Club is not out until July 28th. And when I signed up for that arc, I didn't realize it was book 2, so I had to read the first one first, because this one had actually mattered. But I gave The Ex-Girlfriend Murder Club 4 stars and The Mortal Enemy Murder Club 4.5 stars. They were hysterical. If you are looking for a really funny and just like all around good time murder mystery, for absolutely. Check it out for sure. So Ex-Girlfriend Murder Club is out now. Mortal Enemy Murder Club out at the end of July. I will say, if you are particular about audiobook narrators, don't listen to the audiobook. I think the narrator did a really good job, but just, she has a very high, very girly voice. And particularly in book 2, one of the characters is like absolutely insufferable, and I hate her. And the voice she does for her is insufferable. And I mean, she does such a good job, and that's the point, but like, it hurt my ears. Lucy, quit. Okay, and then I read An Ocean Apart by Jill 2. I didn't like this book at all, but it was good, and if they're tropes you like, you should read it, because it's a good book, and it was well written. It just wasn't a book for me. So I did give it 4 stars, but I didn't like it. It was a YA dystopian romance with like a love triangle and like The Bachelor theme. Now I know you're all like, so why do you have this book then? Because I won it in a giveaway, okay? And then I had somebody ask me, why did you enter a giveaway for a book you didn't want? Okay, it was a giveaway of, I think it was 4 or 5 books, and I wanted several of the other ones, but I didn't get to pick which book I got. It was, here's winners, you get whatever book. So I didn't get to choose which book I got this book. And I'm like, hey, number one, free book. Number two, free book by a black author. Yeah, I'm gonna read it, even if it doesn't sound like it's for me. Because I could be wrong. I could have loved it. I didn't, but I could have. Anyway, I didn't like it, but if those things sound good to you, you should read it. And then finally, I read The Iron Hex by Victoria S. Walsh, and I don't think this one comes out until August. I did like it. I liked it kind of a lot. It was slow. But it was good and interesting, and I liked the characters, and this is book 1 in a trilogy, and I will definitely be reading more because I want to know what's happening in this world. It's like a really immersive high fantasy, and I liked it. But you have to be patient. And I'm not good at that. Okay, that was a lot. Books I'm currently reading. Yes, Brett and I are still reading This Inevitable Ruin by Matt Denneman. It's fine. The longer we take reading this one and Parade of Horribles, the less time we'll have to wait for the following 2 books. Right? Then I also started Uprooted by Kennedy Rhodes. And I'm also reading Hopeless Necromantic by Shiloh Breyer. And then finally, I am reading The Camper Van Detectives by Maeve Haran, and that one is also an ARC, and it doesn't come out until the end of July. But I like it a lot so far. Oh, you know, I said, like, several weeks ago that I was going to give you guys an updated journal tour. Okay. Surprise! Journal time! Alright, so looking at my goals page, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goals for the year. I have completed one of them. No, 2 of them. I didn't realize I'd completed that one. Okay, so first goal was finish my Make 9. I haven't done that yet. Read 150 to 175 books. I haven't done that yet either, but we are well on our way. Make 26 in 26. Now looking at my page for that, I've completed 29 things. That's the page for that. So yes, I can mark that as finished. What is all over my notebook? So that is finished. 6 Pokemon cross stitches. That I have done as well. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. Squirtle is 8. Then I have 5 personal goals, and then I wanted to spin 6 braids, and I have spun 3 so far. I'm working on the 4th one, and that's where I have those, is right here. So we're making good progress. Then here is my reading log for the year. The colors correspond to genre. There's the genre colors. I think Memoir is the only one I haven't had, that I haven't read yet this year. Then we've got my new release chart. The pinks are the ones I've read so far. But I only think there's like 3 that are out that I can read that I haven't yet. And then we've got my least favorite books of 2026 so far by month. And then we've got my most favorite books of 2026 so far by month. You saw the 2020, or you saw that page, which is the Craft 26. And then here's my Make 9. We've completed 7 out of the 9, and this one is a whip. Then here's the projects that I've worked on. Green means finished. Then we've got bingo. I only have 4 unfinished squares. So the things that I have left are make a skirt, finish my Make 9, make a slip over, and knit, or crochet or whatever with my 2025 Advent. So the slip over is in progress. That's the Best Dress Vest. So that one is in progress. But then skirt, finish the Make 9, and use my Advent, which is still on the wall over there. Let's see, current month. Here's the books that I've read so far this month. My random tracking pages that I'm drinking water, pain levels, exercising. My monthly pages for projects and books, podcast notes, and then way in the back we've got 2 reading challenges. This one was just random prompts. We finished that one a while ago, and then this is the Decolonize Your Shelf challenge, and I still have 3 left that I haven't done. We need to read a book by a Palestinian author, read a book that's set in the future, and then a book that I loved as a child. And I'm not going to be able to follow that prompt as is written. We may just need to read a children's book. Because honestly, the only books I can remember loving as a child are Narnia and The Hobbit. I have very, very, very few memories of my childhood, so those are the only books I can remember loving as a child, and they're both by straight white men. British straight white men. So that does not fit this at all. So we may just need to change that to a children's book, in which case I can just go downstairs to my kids' bookshelf and pick almost any book. Actually, I may have an idea for that. Well, let's see. That's all the things. That ended up being significantly longer than I expected it to be. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for hanging out. Let me know what project you want to see for content project. I'm at a bit of a loss. I've literally posted every day for over a year with content projects. So I'm a bit stumped at this point. I don't know if you guys want to keep seeing what you're seeing or if you want to do something different. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You can click the notification bell to be notified of my next one, which will hopefully just be next week. And find time for you today. You deserve it. I love you so much. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.